Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here with another video through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, first and foremost, Kal Halayam, La Alahayanawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Alright, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, in all truth and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawats. Alright, this is another lesson here. The name of this video is Oh Yeah, you children are going to be judged too. Alright, you children are going to be judged too. And there's a coming of a response from my brother Howard channel, GMS Take Heed Israel. Alright, as you can see the video, the title of the video is on top of the screen there. 2/3 Israelites children are waxing worse and worse, because yet in today's time, a lot of these children, alright, especially you Israelite children, you all are really waxing worse and worse, being more wicked than anything else. Alright, so without further ado, let's go into the video a little bit.
Back on another lesson to the spirit and power about Shimon Shai. You know, as I was strolling through, well, really my wife was strolling through yesterday, you know, on the news and stuff, because, you know, I let you know, go down in some news and things, so, you know, any little thing is interesting, I show myself, I'll do a video of it, you know, because, you know, we places waxing worse and worse, you know, spirits is just stirring up. So, and all these spirits were stirring up is prophecy. Everything was stirring up through the scriptures. It's coming to pass, you know, because the Abba Shimon said it will not be so, you know. Nothing is going to hold back, you know. It shall not tarry, but it shall come to pass, you know. So as I'm watching, you know, is to show you how the generation, the youth who are growing up right now have no respect for their parents, and no respect for the elderly, which is their grandparents. They are disrespectful to the fullest, you know. For a young about 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy to plan as his own grandmother, that is a very dread disrespect.
Yeah, that is a serious disrespect. Alright, to pull a cutlass for your own grandmother. Alright, to pull a cutlass for your own grandmother, and plan a she with it too. Alright,
You know, as I grow up, as I get to youth, that's why I have that respect for my elders, because I grew around elders. I never grew up with my mom, and my mom died, you know, so my father was never there, so I grew up around uncle and aunties and all these things, so I always had that full respect. I call him even my elder cousin uncle. That's to show you the respect I grew up with. But, you know, growing up in the world, you will get that you know, that disrespect way about you, that you don't like what this one tell you, or you don't like what that one tell you. You don't like correction, and not taking reproof. Correction.
gone and 2/3 you know what, and a lot of our children, they do like to be corrected. Alright, a lot of our children, they do like to be corrected. They don't like to be told what to do in the correct order. Alright, they are very disrespectful, and this is what we're living in today's time. Yeah, this is what we're living in this so-called 2021. There are a lot of hard-headed children, but don't worry, judgment is coming also unto you. Alright,
And they hate reproof. They hate to get direct in the right path. They rather be rebellious and be wicked, you know, and be disobedient to their parents and their grandparents. So, you know, I will show this clip here. You know, this is a short video through the spirit and power about Shimon Shai. You know, Asha Sabbath to all the Akiums and Akwats. You know, I hope this video be edifying.
watch this. Yes, you could hear the little freaking bastard. Alright? You could hear the little bastard. Let me continue. Watch him with the cutlass in his hand. Watch him.
So you see, he actually
Watch him with the cutlass in his hand. You understand? This just shows you. This just to show you how wicked our people is. This just to show you how wicked our people is. Right? But there is a reason for that too, which goes back to what the curse is. Alright? Continuing.
see he actually went for a blade, and he using obscene language, and in my time, I don't get two backhand slap and fall on the ground and that same blade, they taking my grandmother take that same blade and plan as me to show you how the generation will bring forth, even your grandparents freed them. Even their own grandparents freed them because why they are wicked and they are rebellious, and their heart, you know, their heart which is their mind, wax it loose and wax it loose. So imagine when Jacob trouble reach, what we going on?
Can. Imagine when Jacob's trouble reach, what will be going on with these children and them?
You know, that same youth man might take kill his own grandmother and eat his grandmother. That just show how they have no respect for the elders, and Esau had the whole world upside down with his wickedness and his false doctrine. That our people
Yeah, right, which goes back into the child protection laws, right, where you cannot lash a child, corporal punishment or whatever you want to call it. Alright? They pass that law not only in the schools but also amongst the parents, where you can't discipline a child. Alright? And by you not disciplining a child, your child will go with the notion that they could do anything and get away with it. Alright? Like this here what we see in here, for example.
have nothing to lean upon, or when people have nobody to call upon. Because they call upon a host of idol gods, they call upon the true power Israel, Yahweh, Shai. You know? Our people that are waxing woos, you know? That's why I said, as I watch it in a spiritual aspect, going back into Ezekiel 2, let's get that scripture, just
Alright.
Ezekiel.
Let me see if I could go to the actual into the actual part. Because I have my scriptures itself.
On us, who bring forth us and choose us out of all the nations in the world, and deliver us from bondage from Egypt, and give us the manna to eat, angel bread, and give us a land was bringing milk and honey, and we still be provoke and anger, and we provoke and make that Lord a little jealousy, and put the Lord, and make the Lord rebel against the Abashim Rashai. That would nation and Israel do. So where you feel we're going to go with the churn will bring coming forth, you know. Them in taking you know, them in taking that road and making sure striking that child and making sure that child come on straight. They're spoiling the child and them sparing the road.
Can.
Them in beating the child.
Can.
No one beat them now, it's too late because they don't join blade for you and looking to come and chop up your ass.
He couldn't have said it better. Yeah? Howard couldn't have said it better.
That just show you how you can't, and they can't even blame the children, you gotta blame the parents. That's why I say even them and their fathers.
Can. Because letting these parents the wicked just as the freaking children, and the children just doing after the parents. Alright? You ain't taking time to nurture the child, you ain't taking time to you ain't taking time with the children. Alright? You ain't taking time with the children to know the fear of the Lord. None of these things. Alright? So where you're growing up? You're growing up monsters. Alright? The children them doing as what they see mommy and daddy do. Here you have these wicked nigger women. Alright? They're dressing in the shortest of shorts, in the shortest of skirts, all the ass and the pussy outside. Oh my goodness, excuse my language. With that one day, but everything exposed. Everything exposed. Alright? And the children, we expect for your daughters to grow up the same way. With everything exposed. And then you want to see you pulling up on them on when they get older and whatnot. No, it done. You can't bend a tree when it get big. You gotta bend it when it's young.
I rebel against me. So it's since that this is happening since it is our old, you know, a wicked and a rebellious nation. So let me just play it back here and I'll get one or two scriptures. Through the spirit and power of our
And there's the point, and then I go get my scriptures myself. You see? You see? You see? Yeah? You see it? Let me get it 10 seconds. About 10. Yeah, watch it. Yeah? Yeah? So tell me these children mustn't be judged. Hmm? Tell me these children must not be judged. Alright? Tell me. One more time. Alright? Your own grandmother. Let me get into the scriptures, boy. Yeah? Let me get into the scriptures. So, see, you see? See how wow. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, and I will show you the real cause. Let me go to to part of the source of the problem. Alright? Part of the source of the problem, because Esau is the main source. But let me go to the next half. Alright? This is Isaiah 3 and 12. It says, as for my people, alright? It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Alright? Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, alright, which is our leaders, our elders, right, cause thee to err. The ones who are supposed to be our leaders and our elders, alright, they cause us to err with the wicked Christianity and the wicked philosophies and what have you, alright, and follow the way of Esau, Edom. But the main part, right, and the main part is the woman ruling over, alright, because and a lot of these children now, they are growing up in fatherless homes, alright, they're growing up in fatherless homes, and right, the woman is teaching these children, and the thing is, the teaching is not all upright, alright, so what they expect when they have no man in the house, right, what they expect? And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of thy paths. Alright? Which is to what? To fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? Let's go to 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter 5 and verse 8. Alright? 2nd Esdras 5 and verse 8. Alright? There shall be confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. And that is what our little boy is, a friggin' monster. And most of these children now, right? Most of these children now, they are monsters, right? They carry them you just see it all over YouTube and whatnot. You carry them in a restaurant, a fast food restaurant or whatnot. You will order what you have to order for them, right? And because you didn't put in something extra for them, whatever the case may be, they might want something else, and I tell them, well, no, you cannot have that. It's fuck you. Yeah, fuck you, I want to have that, mom. Fuck you, mom. Shut up, mom. Yeah? These little badass kids. You tell them, don't go up the road. They're going up the road. Right? They're showing you that they're going up the road and do and line with Tom, Dick, and Harry, whatever the case may be. Alright? Because they know why you ain't gonna lash them, you ain't gonna do them nothing. All they just do is just blow us at gas by talking. Yeah? There's what it is. Look, one of the brothers in the camp, well, I should say the captain, his sister, for example. I just watch how she sons them just be talking to her. And that's good for she. Because she never grew up the children in the right way. Right? She never grew up the children in the right way to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So when she trying to correct them, who just cuss you out, mommy, fuck you, and all of these things. Right? All these things. And then the other day one of the elder son getting on so bad, she herself had to call Nagad to help she out. Because why? Why? If you had take time to nurture the children them in the right way and grow them up in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you wouldn't be growing through those things. Alright? You wouldn't be going through those things. Look, I can remember as youth man growing up, that move that youth man grew up, that youth man did there, Salakia, that move that small man did there, I couldn't dare do that towards my mother or my grandmother or anybody that's elder than me. That's just to show you how the society changed now. Because long time it takes a village, back in my day, it takes a village to grow up a child. Alright? A villager pass and see you doing something wrong or see you in an area where you're not supposed to be. And they put some blows on you. You can't come up and tell me, well, mommy, Mr. So-and-so, see me and beat me, or Miss so-and-so, see me and beat me. Because you're going to get more licks on top of you because they know for a fact they wouldn't beat you for just beating your sake. They had to see you in some compromising position in order to put correction upon you. Yeah? This is what our society has reached to now. Yeah? Long time you and your mother get away with somebody, or your father get away with somebody that had an argument or whatnot. You as a child, you see that person who your mother had or your father had altercation with. You cannot pass them straight. You're going to get licks from the person who been in altercation with your mother, and you can't go back and tell mommy or daddy because you're going to get more licks. Because why? Is mommy and that person had altercation, not mommy, the person and you. But now, what you have, you will get with somebody, you don't want the children talk to the person who you get with, right? So what that shows you? So what that shows for the children, all right? That you from a tender age, you teaching them how to disrespect elders, how to disrespect someone that is older than you. Now mind me, this small man here, he gonna get a serious judgment. All right? He's going to get a serious judgment. All right? Let's go to the book of Sirach. This is Sirach chapter 30, verse 1. All right? That's now here. Let me just get a coloring down here. All right? Sirach chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son, notice where it say he, right? Because as a man supposed to be growing up the children and teaching the children the correct ways. All right? A man supposed to be there. The woman too supposed to be there and teaching the children, nurturing the children, what have you. All right? But when it have no father figure in the house who's supposed to lay that strict foundation, the children tends to go astray. All right? I was a product of that. Right? Because I really didn't really grow up with my mother not until in my teens. All right? My father wasn't around because he was out there, all right, serving in the military, what have you. All right? So by me not having that father figure, all right, At that times in my life, point in times in my life where I was living my life all Vikey, but still at the same time too, I still had a moral compass about me still too. Because my grandmother, she was strict. She was really my great aunt, but the respect that I have for her, I always consider her as what? My grandmother. All right. Likewise, my cousin, right? Right on my father's side, right? I can remember when I went to Haiti for the first time, the first or second time, I think. Right? Because my background is Haitian, and I can remember my grandmother putting some blows on my cousin who was around what 14, 15. For what? For disrespecting her. Right? He disrespected her. Right? And I in front and he ain't slap passing in the back. Right? And what he could have do about it, he couldn't do nothing. And then his father was around. Could his father come and stop my grandmother if I'm doing that? No. Right? That is proper parenting. Sirach 30:1, he that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. You spare the rod, you spoil the child, right? Verse 2, he that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. All right? Because why? You tend to grow up the child very well mannered. All right? So when you're children, you know, you might dare and pass on. Right? But you would still bring joy to your father. All right? When the acquaintance see that the nurturing that your father grow you up with, you still carry it on within life. All the teachings that your father had given unto you, or your parents had given unto you, or your God, well, let me leave it as parents. All right, let me leave it on that level. All right, or the man figure that was in your life, you still carry it on. All right. Verse 3, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead. So you see what I was talking about? Because you still carry on in the mentality, right, that your father had taught you, right? And the discipline that your father had given unto you. All right? So it says, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. All right? While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. Why? Because he know he left somebody to carry on his legacy, somebody that will carry on his name in all honor. Right? His name wouldn't be shamed. All right? He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. Right? Verse 8, an horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. Alright? A horse not broken becometh headstrong. If you didn't break that horse, you would never be able to control that horse. You will never be able to have control over that horse. So it's the same way you're supposed to be with a child. Right? Verse 9, a cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. So if you want to play light with your child, look at the shame he bring. Look at the shame he bring to his grandmother. Right? By planning his grandmother. Right? And it will have other youths will cheer him on, and you understand? and make him feel all macho and whatnot. So you see why OhYeah Yahweh is going to put a lot in you niggas to death, boy. Especially you children, boy. Verse 12, verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. So don't have him on the same level as you. That's your son, you his father. Alright? That's your son, you his father. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. When he doing his shit, pull up on him. Go back to verse 1. Make him to feel the rod. But what Esau teach you, you must talk, and you must talk, and you must talk, and you must talk, and he continuing to do the same shit. Right? Don't wink at his follies. Right? Bow down his neck while he is young. While he is young. You can't wait till a child done get big and then want to see a discipline in him and teaching him. He done stuck in his ways because he was never corrected from the beginning. As I say, you can't bend a tree when it's young. I mean, when it's big, so like, yeah, you can't bend a tree done big in the place. How you expect to bend that tree? Alright? Bow down his neck while he is young and beat him on his sides while he is a child. While he is a child. Lest he wax stubborn, right? Become hard-headed, want to do what he want to do, or she want to do, because it goes both ways, all right? And be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. You feel that grandmother ain't feeling sorry, utter sorrow, to see that she grandson, days where it reached to she grandson putting licks on she grandson, right? And if I go further into the video, because you don't see the name of the video on top already, because I had to learn how to put the link in the description box, and I'm not all that literate as you nowadays, computer children, alright? So as you see the name of the video on top of the beginning of the video, 2/3 Israelite children waxing worse and worse. And you would see he had children helping him on, cheering him on, and a girl and all too. Plus she coming and snatching the whip from the grandmother, like, you know, she shouldn't discipline him. Alright? Chastise thy son and hold him to labor. Least hold him to labor, which is what? For him to do chores. Alright? Don't have him lazy around the house. As a little child growing up, I had chores to do. I had a whole big yard to clean. And I must do it every day, or else it's licks. Right? Chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. Lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to put judgment. Let me go and read some judgment concerning you children. This is Ezekiel 4 and 9. No, it's 9 and 4 then. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Alright? Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through to the midst of the city. Alright? Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine heart, go ye after him to the city and smite. So the ones out who don't have this knowledge, this wisdom, knowledge and understanding of the truth of the scriptures, alright? The ones that don't have it, the most I say, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him to the city and smite, which is to kill. Let not your eyes spare. Have ye pity, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young. Old and young, both maids and little children. So, oh yeah, you children are going to be judged too. You children are going to be judged too. Right? And little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house, because it started, because the older heads, when they go back again, to the Isaiah, to the Isaiah 3 and 12, where it says what? O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err. The elders, the leaders. So you have to start at the ancient ones, the elders, right? Your so-called community leaders and what have you. Put them to the most, I say put them to death first. Yahweh I say put them to death first. Because why? They caused thee to err. They didn't put us in the right path. Right? They destroy the ways of thy paths, the right paths, the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of this truth here. Which is to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Let's get an example, a perfect example. That you have, a perfect example of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai putting little children to death. It's 2 Kings 2. 2 Kings 2 and 23. Alright? This is 2 Kings 2, and I'm going to see, I want to see if I can get. I'll start, I'm going to see, to get. I will start from 21 to get a little context, as the Christians do say. Alright? 2 Kings 2 and 21. And he went forth unto the spring of waters, and cast the salt in there, and said, Thus saith the Lord, I have healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake. And to the point here now, verse 23, and he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, little badass kids, disrespectful little children. Yeah? What did they say? And mocked him. Right? Mocked the prophet Elijah. Right? And said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. Right? And he turned back. Let's see what will take place. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. Cursed them in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 40 and 2 children of them. Put his children to death. Yeah? Put his badass children to death. Right? So you children are going to be judged. Right? Last verse. Last scripture, Salakia. I don't want to make this too long. Done 33 minutes in already. I go into the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 18, yeah, Jeremiah 18. And I will start at let's see, 20. Right? Jeremiah 18 and 20. I'm going down to 23. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and turn away thy wrath for them. Because Jeremiah was begging Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to spare Israel, to spare Judah, to spare the kingdom of Judah. Alright? When they read Jeremiah, Jeremiah was begging Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You understand? But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai keep on telling Jeremiah, hey, pray not for the wicked. Don't come to me and pray and send up no prayers unto these people because they're wicked. Right? Because they even try to kill Jeremiah. And this going into the account when they go up two more verses up, or when they read the whole Jeremiah 18 and what have you, and 17 and what have you, you would see the account where they try to do with Jeremiah. So let me get to the point here now. As it says, so evil shall evil be recompensed for good, for they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, all right, and to turn away thy wrath from them. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine. Yeah, deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood. Pour out their blood by the force of the sword, little children. Yeah, little children. And let their wives be bereaved of their children. Right? Let their wives be bereaved. Go into that word bereave and they will see what it means. And be widows, and let their men be put to death, and let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me, and hid snares for my feet. Yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee, and deal thus with them in the time of thine anger. And this is what we're praying for through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. To not only judge the women and the wicked men, but also put these wicked children to death. Yeah? Also put these wicked children to death. So with that, I hope you was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright? Kal halayam la alahaya nawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Akakodash. Alright? Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preach in this truth throughout the four corners of the earth in our truth and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawat sisters. Alright? Oh yeah, you little children are going to be judged too. And it's that. Shalom.